Hello and welcome to the Underhive. We are back with some more Harwin Locksley in Trials of the Seven Kingdoms. Hopefully you enjoyed the previous episode. I did plan to have that at the beginning of a normal episode like this, but I got stuck late at work last night, so I had to just release it as is, or it would have been late. So we are going to carry on hiring some more companions because in the particular mod, Trials of the Seven Kingdoms, you've got a bigger companion capacity, which does make sense because there are a hell of a lot more companions available. So we're going to take a look here at Loris the Brave. Ooh, smashing attire, sir. How much do you want? 7 grand. I'll pay it. I've still got 57. And we will take Matey Boy the Scholar. He's an engineer. Most noble of you, sir. He's only 848. We'll take him as well. So let's, we're not going to worry too much about their armor. Obviously, we've kitted out Edric the Butcher pretty nicely. I have been making various longswords for my companions. But this guy, Stannis the Surgeon, the guy we hired most recently, he is still currently basic, as is Loris the Brave, as is Limond the Scholar. So we need to get them some horses. Matey Boy here can't ride anything. That's a shame. We are going to need to get them some saddles. We'll get them cheap ones. Why are they so expensive? 500 one-handed skill. That's why he's so quick. What a cheeky bastard. 300 athletics. What are these situations? 400 bow for Stannis the Surgeon and 82 in medicine. What is this? What is this at all? So, I actually, I found Lord Aqar following a crash, but I didn't realise that we would lose our companions if we join him in such a way. So, we are going to have to remain as a separate entity now, sadly. And there's no, like right-click to follow. So, we're just going to have to basically hang around with him now, which is unfortunate. On one hand, we made good money, we got ourselves some good armour and stuff like that. On the other hand now, we have got wages, which is a shame. So, yeah, it's taken a turn that I hadn't expected. I thought we would be able to keep our companions. Evidently not the case. We can keep our troops, but not our companions. And when we leave the army, we lose them. I've been hanging around in Starfall for a while, and nothing really seems to be going on. So, I don't know if maybe we just chalk it up as a bad job. You know, we shouldn't have hired the companions and maybe we just give them to our Lord Aqar and just rejoin him. I think long term, that's probably better for the series. Okay, so Aqar is doing nothing right now, and it's probably because they're not at war. So, I'm going to bring all these people back into the party now. Might as well, seeing as I paid for them. I am going to need to do a bit of smithing though to keep the wages paid, because sadly they are rather expensive. I have got all my own gear back on, which is good. So yeah, we're just going to have to leave Aqar to his own devices for the time being, I think, because nothing is really happening, sadly. So, yeah, let's jump into Highgarden, do a little tourney, why not? Treat myself. Brigandine Vest. Well, we've got a 1v1 versus Lionel the Robber. We will teach you of your robbing ways. There you go, down and out. Well, I'm up against all the unarmoured fellas. Now the worm has turned. Now I am the one abusing armour. Okay, well, we've got one armoured dude. Mate, like, change tactic. Go for the armoured dude. Alright, never mind. That armour looks pretty quality, though, doesn't it? Not good enough. Looks like it's going to be me and Leo in the final, though. Saw it come in. Wow, they are quick. Wow. What the damage? Go on, Leo. You got your back to the archer. Oh, go on, Leo. Some of these companions are just so overtuned. Like, I mean, it's not my mod, so I'm not, you know, I'm not saying I should have the right to decide, because it's nothing to do with me. But everything's just so overtuned, in my opinion. There's just too much armor, too much damaging weapons, too many people with 500 weapon skill. It just, none of it feels right to me. And again, each to their own. I'm not saying it has to be a certain way, but just feels kind of wrong to me. So now we can get ourselves a decent bow. We've actually got a crack at it now. There we go. We'll keep the other simple bow for the time being. So let's head out and we'll kill some looters. We'll get some renown for ourselves. Probably not the 37. Not until we've got everybody on good horses. But 16 is fine. Now the 37 don't want to mess, which is good, but they still kill me very, very easily, even in all this armor. So we're going to have to play it safe still. I just feel like the looters are really overtuned as well. I just don't see why they need to be this strong. I feel like it's geared towards people playing it on lower difficulties, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But that kind of stops you being able to play it on Bannerlord with any semblance of, like, relative strength. Obviously, now I've got a better bow, I am dealing more damage to them, which is good. But still, though, not the kind of damage you'd be hoping for against looters. Although this bow is considerably better than the previous one. We've gone from tier 1 to tier 4 or 5, probably. Those guys not really paying attention. You distract, I'll attack. How we do it? Oh, Willis, I'm sorry, man. Did one of those guys just get on a horse? No. Nice. Take this guy out. Well, we'll slap him on the back of the head, I suppose. Salagat there coming in clutch with the charge. It's when they turn around like that out of nowhere. But we are cleaning up now. Beautiful. Couldn't get the swing out in time there. Nice. Yes, that was on the shields, fair enough. Yeah, that was never going to deal much damage, was it? Slashing from a weird angle. Should have gone with the momentum of the horse rather than against it. But we are bringing them down. They've not broken yet. Got 3 arrows remaining. Try and pop one in this fella. There we go. Oh, mate, you rid your horse right into me there. How? How did you survive that, sir? Show me the way. That's fine. I mean, we will take the prisoners, but it's kind of awkward to have them, really. But that's, I mean, we can do hideouts now, I suppose. That makes sense. So yeah, let's go look for a hideout. Let's go look for a hideout. I will get rid of that. I will get rid of that. I'll get rid of them. Why is my noble bow not equipped? Did I not have... I swear I had the noble bow equipped in that fight, but maybe I didn't. So we've got a point to spend here. Suppose we go 1-inch steward. Now we've got a party, really. A couple of the fellas got injured there, but that's okay. So yeah, we'll go on a hunt for a hideout. Let's see if we can find one. I'm aware there was one further north, but... I'm conscious, though, that many of my fellas are not armoured, which does pose significant threat. We're going to go head up to where I know there was one earlier, on the grounds that I assume nobody will have sorted it. Okay, so there was one up here, but there isn't any more. Let's head into the Vale. I very rarely head into the Vale, so let's check up there, see if there's anything going on. Got some then cannibals knocking around, so maybe there's a hideout around somewhere. Pennon's rocking a large army though. That's fair to say. It's difficult to get your way around. So is Gates of the Moon where they drop people out through the hole? Because I thought that would have been a... Oh, no. Oh, there it is. There. Yeah, it's the Eyrie, isn't it? There you go. Well, maybe that is the bit with the hole, but I think the Eyrie is actually the place with the hole. Correct me if I'm wrong. My Game of Thrones knowledge isn't massive. So that's going all the way around, is it? Okay. So I feel like maybe we're just going to be hunting down fools because we can't really find a hideout, unfortunately. I mean, we could kick off at Rabard. Some of these smaller lords, I suppose, but again, that comes with its own risks that I'm not sure I want to take right now. Well, if we bump into any then cannibals, we'll fight them. But I'll quickly do a tournament here at River Run. Why not? We need the renown to be able to join the army, which is probably what we're gonna need to do now.
Come on!
I really went over it. Okay, well I'm gonna get. Oh no, they were on my team. Okay, I was about to say, well I'm gonna get wrecked. Good work, the lads. Oh, matey boy, the butcher. Got butchered. Well, you take the shielded fella, and I'll take the arrows to the face, alright? Well, arms. Good work. But yeah, the fact that they've got 600 skill is just too much. Obviously, you can still beat them. Oh, I don't think he had much two-handed skill, to be fair. But this guy's obviously got a lot of athletics. Is he one of mine? I forget the names of them all. Big damage. Up against Loras the Brave again. Look at those legs pumping. The factory of a man. With loads of health by the looks. I'm gonna have to check whether athletics gives you health points, like just generally. Yep. Oh, the overhead had range. Mark Tully, you bastard. Coming in clutch and winning his own tournament. Fair enough. So we've got the Wolfskins versus a caravan there. I'm not allowed to get involved. That's a shame. I want to get involved. I wanted to help the caravan out. Well, I mean, there's got to be a war at some point against Dawn, because they're coming up here claiming land that, you know, by rights should be the Reach or the Westerns. One of the two. So somebody's got to strike back at them eventually. When that happens, we'll be primed and ready. But I mean, Aqar's puddled. He's just patrolling. Granted, he was doing that in Dawn with his other castle at some stage. So, Lord Westbrook of the Reach. So they're not sieging that. They're just knocking around, are they? Yeah. I think 31's a bit of a stretch. But we've got a lot of marauders around. Ah, okay. We've got a hideout here. Okay. So let's dive into this hideout and we'll give it a go. I don't know if we'll be allowed to take everybody we've got. Yeah, I think that is the crew we want. Ah, I crashed. Sadly, yet more crashes putting us back, but we are, at least we know where that hideout is now, so I'm going to go and do it. I have reached out to the devs there. I'm aware that other mod conflicts can cause crashes, but I haven't got any other mods running, none at all. Even like quality of life things like smithing, stamina, which shouldn't really cause any issues, but for all I know it could, so I haven't included anything else, but still crashing all the time, which isn't that much of an issue if I was just playing the game. But it does make recording a series just less enjoyable as it goes. So we'll bang a quick save there, and we'll try again to go into this hideout. Wait until nightfall. So let's see if it works this time. Yeah, so it's worked this time. So we're going to tell them they can fire at will. And follow me. Obviously, these guys are dangerous with their own weapons. I hate that hits the shield when they're not really blocking. I also feel like the looters, well, the bandits have like really high weapon skill in this. I might be wrong. And like, I don't know, but I feel like the fact that so many of the characters have over 300 skill in stuff is part of the reason it's crashing. Again, I don't know that because I don't write mod code, but I have known that messing with that just in and of itself, going too far over 300, does cause crashes in the base game. Now, obviously, they're not going to the thousands, but they are going above 300 quite commonly. And I don't know how that could cause issues on the main map, like loading into areas, but I wouldn't be surprised if it could. So, again, I don't know. Personally, for me, I think setting somebody to 200 skill level is plenty to show that they are good with that skill. 400 is excessive, in my opinion. But again, not my decision. It's their call to make. It's just my opinion. But we are clearing these guys out fairly well. The archer support coming in quite nicely. Many of our dudes there quite confident with the bow use. And it's certainly keeping them occupied, keeping the shields aimed at our archers. And I'm comfortable handling the duel myself at the end, particularly given I'm still at full health. We'll keep the thrower mans occupied. Wow, what armor are you wearing, mate? Okay, that's a bit better. I don't understand how I can go from 8 to 60 damage. Well, possibly the first was the shoulder and the second was the neck, but again, I feel like they've juiced the body armor up quite a lot for those guys. Could be wrong, but they just aren't normally that strong in the base game. Stay back, you bastard. There you go, stabber. Yeah, the thrust damage, or the way thrust damage interacts with armor has definitely been tweaked as well. Which I do get, like, if you find the weak spot in armor, it's basically useless, it's not protecting you. But, I don't know, a lot of it has been twisted so much that with the crashes on top, I am starting to lose a bit of face with the mod. I'm going to carry on with this series, though, at the bare minimum. And I'm not going to keep moaning about stuff, so don't worry about that. Very well, I'll duel you, you bastard. Now, obviously, this guy's got a full helm, so I expect he's got a lot of head armor. Oh, big stabbings. Oh, well, that did less damage, so at least it works both ways there. But again, they seem to be attacking really quick. Like, once they pull the trigger. Well, there you go. 66 damage on a stab when I dealt 3 damage on a slash. Brilliant stuff. Well, there you go. That's the end of that character. Them's the rules with Permadeath. I didn't want him to die there. I just thought I'll do a little hideout and that'll be that. But as I say, given the way the crashes have been, I need it to get more stable before I can carry on with the series. Maybe this is something that I've caused, but I mean, I've installed it all properly. I know how to mod Bannerlord. It's no different to any other mod in the grand scheme of things, and I know I've done it right. So, yeah, sadly, it's over for our man Harwin. the end of the Loxley dynasty. The Aqar will have to go on his own, and our fellow companions there will now be the prisoners of these looters, unless they choose to turn tail and join them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Underhive.